With every new installment released from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, fans are always there to dissect everything about it. From hidden Easter eggs, clues, homages, and of course, secrets that Marvel may or may not put them in the first place. And today, we are going to talk about just that. Secrets that Marvel, their newest addition to the MCU Wandavision, and the cast maybe didn't want us to find out about. Enjoy! A secret X-Men message. Before we start, we will also mention that there might be some spoilers ahead. So there is that. Don't say we didn't tell you about it. Okay, now it is time to move on. Fans have been analyzing all of the projects from the MCU to find hidden details and secrets the universe of Marvel has been hiding. And this has become especially true when Wandavision came out, as the show connected many different errors in each and every episode. And considering how long the MCU has existed and how it all started within the comic book department, we were bound to find something out. A few years back, the X-Men, the biggest family the MCU has to offer, has been suspected to come to the MCU. And this was a dream come true when the whole X-Men franchise was bought by Disney from Fox. To start off, no one was expecting Evan Peters to reprise his role as Quicksilver from Fox's X-Men franchise. So there is the start, right? In fact, one of the latest theories claims that WandaVision did have a very hidden, almost like a secret nod towards the merry band of mutants. Very well hidden, which could be found by those who have knowledge of the semaphore. You know, the system of sending messages by holding the arms and two flags in them in certain positions? This method is used in aviation. It signals messages via an alphabetic code. An encoded message was found in WandaVision, a message to the X-Men with various clock faces seen throughout the show. At start, it might seem like far-fetched, an incredible stretch of imagination, but we certainly cannot forget that James Gunn has placed several Easter eggs across his two Guardians of the Galaxy movies that fans have been trying to uncover for years to no avail. So this well-hidden secrets should not sound crazy at all. This takes some next-level X-Men reference hidden so deep in WandaVision that you need to have a knowledge of semaphore to see it. This has to be on a whole nother level, even for Marvel. Scarlet Witch had powers before the Hydra experiments. The introduction of Wanda and Pietro Maximoff came way back in Avengers Age of Ultron, and with a backstory filled with hatred towards Tony Stark because of a mortar on their house by none other than missiles from Stark Industries, they were able to be still alive as one of the missiles turned out to be a dud, standing in front of their faces for days before being rescued. Both of the siblings joined the Hydra experiment and were put to the test by the Mind Stone from the side of General Strucker. All of the previous people who tried failed until the twins came along. They were the first ones who managed to live through the experiment, and this is why. The missile that didn't explode in front of their faces was not really a dud, but rather Wanda unknowingly used magic and the missile didn't go off because we have seen in the series that she was actually born with the ability to manipulate probability, performing her magic on the missile, thus preventing it from going off. The young Scarlet Witch was able to mentally adjust the odds of the weapon being defective, and by doing so, she was able to save her life and the one of her brothers. With this in mind, Wanda's natural gifts allowed her to not only withstand the power of the ancient stone, but also for it to provide some extra juice for her abilities, increasing her abilities' powers, and we were able to see the after effects take place. Senor Scratchy's dark secret. The series was not shy to show off mysteries and Easter eggs along the way. The fans were able to see this, and they started to overthought every aspect of the series they could, even down to believing that Mephisto, Marvel Comic Universe's analog for Satan, was lurking behind the floppy ears of Agatha Harkness's pet rabbit, Senor Scratchy. When we put this together with the fact that, at one point, a 10th episode was about to be made for the series, despite it being officially released as a 9-episode season, the fans might have been onto something. However, they were wrong, as though If the Bunny was supposed to have a dark secret, because Kevin Smith shared that the finale initially included a scene where Senior revealed his true nature in a rather spectacular fashion, suggesting that what started as a theory might have been true. But it would have ruined all the fun. So they changed the script completely, omitting this detail from the story. A big detail to say the least. Although, knowing that only 2 weeks before the release of the last episode the work was finished, the time might have played a big part in this mess. However, This doesn't mean that we won't see any of Mephisto or Nightmare in the future, considering that Wanda is bound to appear in Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. We might get a whim of the two of them as soon as that movie comes out. But we will have to wait. Although, be on the lookout for anything new surfacing on the internet. Seeing how crazy Marvel has been over the last couple of years, anything can happen. The Darkhold. One of the newest artifacts that appeared in the MCU has to be the Darkhold, a book that was previously mentioned in the XMen number 4, being put in the spotlight in the 7th and 8th episode of Wandavision, named Breaking the Fourth Wall, and previously on, respectively. The Darkhold was also featured in the Avengers number 186, a comic where Wanda is possessed by Shaitan, a malevolent spirit who wrote and got captured inside the Darkhold. The Darkhold has seen light, but has never explained why it is there, and what the fuss is all about, and what powers it possesses. However, maybe an even bigger, darker secret comes with it, because if we take a look at the comics and how all of the movies almost perfectly move the adventure of our heroes from the comics to the big screen, the fate that followed Wanda and her giving powers by the Darkhold when possessed by Shaitan may just be a secret that Wanda, or the Scarlet Witch, as named by the Darkhold, will actually answer a lot of the questions about Wanda Maximoff herself, and a secret she is desperately trying to forget or not see. Monica's powers. The character of Monica Rambeau is quite confusing, and a lot of in the unknown what has been happening in her life from the first appearance in the Marvel movie, and lately in the WandaVision series, a child and a daughter of Carol Danvers' Pilot Academy colleague, Lashana Lynch, and a grown-up of Agent of the Sword directly involved in the Westview, the one Wanda made herself. At the end of the movie, we saw Monica with the idea of her helping every race in the galaxy who are in danger. And in the recent newest installment from the MCU, WandaVision, not only is she an agent who is actually helping every race in danger, but she also has powers, which are even unfamiliar for her too. But no matter the case, she still has them. Her constant travels in the universe may have just tipped her over the edge in harnessing some superpowers, because she could have gotten them from her mother, Maria Rambeau, because we saw she is just a normal, mortal person. And not only did she get powers, but they are somehow connected to the ones Wanda Maximoff has. Maybe a big secret about the Darkhold has been actually revealed. An even bigger hint or knowledge of just how powerful the book's existence is. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below what secret were you surprised by the most and why. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.